Hello everyone, welcome to my video this morning. Today I am just going to do an experiment here. I haven't practiced anything or gone through it yet, so you're going to get to do it with me. And that is we're going to do some die cutting. And I've seen some tips and tricks on YouTube, and I'm going to try them out and see what I like the best, or if I like any of them or whatever. So let's just get started. My first tip for you today is to keep your plates from warping. And I'm sure you all have warped plates. This one isn't too bad, but I don't know if you can really see, but it is a little bit warped, a tiny bit. And so is this one. So to keep from doing that, the tip I just learned was to, let me think for a second. Oh, to put your die cuts so that the cutting side is up. So I'm going to take this bird here, and this cutting side will be up. So let's put down, so I have down my first plate, then I have my die cut, and I just grabbed a bunch of scrap paper out of one of my drawers here. So I don't even know what's here, just a bunch of scrap paper. So first of all, I'm going to take this bird and I'm going to tape him on there. And I forgot to grab my tape, so it's right here, but I would have, I should have cut some pieces off for myself. So I'm going to tape him down, turn him over so the cut side is up. And the other thing is we all put it in straight, right? And so the tip is to not put it in straight, put it in crooked. So we'll see. I mean, we won't know today because this is, your plates warp over time. But just keep trying this out and see if that works for you. Okay, now instead of running that through, let's try one of these other techniques with it. So, well, let's run this through first. So see, we're just experimenting here. I might change my mind a bunch of times before we get through. I'm going to cut out this bird, and then I want to have him have some dimension. And if I wanted this embossing in him, I would go back through with my rubber mat and emboss, but right now I'm not too concerned about that. I'm going to just show you how to make him more dimensional, because you know me, I'm all about dimension. So I'm going to take this foam here, and this is just some craft foam I've had left over from other projects. It's pretty thin. I don't know what size it is, but it's kind of a thin foam. So I'm going to cut it once, and then if I wanted it thicker, I would cut it again. But this time, for this video, we're just going to cut it once. So again, I'm going to place my bird down on the foam and tape him on there and put the cut side up. Now I'm not sure really if this would matter since it's so thick. Well, it probably would. And I'm going to turn him sideways. Now that's something I'm going to have to get used to because I don't turn him sideways like that. And now let's see if my sandwich is going to fit through there. It looks like it's fitting, and we'll see if it cuts. If it doesn't cut, we will have to do something else, but it looks like it cut. So there you go. There we have our bird, and look, that's cool. You could just leave it like that and have it out of foam, but but really we're just talking about dimension here. So I would take this bird and glue him on my foam. You would need to use liquid glue. I like this one, excuse me for a second, this Art Glitter Designer Dries Clear Adhesive. And I actually got this through Heartfelt Creations, so I don't know if there's other places you can buy it or not, but I will see if I can find a link for it. So I would use that and glue my bird on top of my foam, and there I would have my dimensional bird. So that's one of the techniques or tips I came across, and I like that one. Okay, let's move on to our next technique, I guess. Okay, so we all have a really hard time with intricate dies. Those ones that, like this one here, that just has tons of little tiny cuts, right? So what we're going to do with this one is try a couple of different things. First of all, I have my plastic plate down, and I'm going to take this metal plate and put it down, and then I'm going to get some paper here and put my die cut on there and tape it down and turn it over. And we'll put this plate on and see what that does. So let's run it through here. There is some pressure in there, so we'll see how well this is cutting. It looks like it cut pretty good. Took that part off. Okay, what I like to do, a lot of it's cut, but there's a few places that are not. So I'm going to turn it, it's a circle, so it's kind of hard to tell, but I'm turning it about 90 degrees. Excuse me. And we'll run it through again. And I like to go forward and backward just because it gives it extra cutting, I guess. And I have all these pieces stuck to my plate here. So if you don't have one of these tools, I would highly recommend getting one of these tools, because this is the coolest tool ever, and you can use it with one of these foamy things that I'm going to show you. So I think for the most part this is all cut. So my metal plate was the key here and worked really good. So let's so what I do is I go around the back first, see how much comes out that way. Good one, got a little bit, and I've heard that you can tap it and get a lot out, so let's see what that does. These are all new. Well, some of it's kind of new, some of it I've done before. I know some people take and smack it in their garbage can, which I've done before too. Now that got it quite a bit out, but I'm going to run this tool over the front side now. And the secret is that it was die cut first, and all these little teeny pieces are pretty much loose. So it's just a matter of getting them out now. So this is working fairly well. I'm going to take this off, and you can see there's one little piece right there. Just poke that out, and it looks like we got all of it. So the metal plate worked really well. Now if you don't have a metal plate, the next tip or technique, I guess, that I came across is they have these magnetic platforms, and this is a very solid platform, and it's magnetic, so that makes it nice, but it does not fit with the platform that's in there, so gotta take that one out, slide this one in. We still want to use our plastic sheet. Let's grab another piece of paper here. Okay, this is some textured cardstock, so we'll see how it does. I'm just tapping my thing off a little bit because there was still a little bit of paper in there. Okay, so I am going to tape that down on this textured paper. And see, it was stuck to my magnetic plate here because I couldn't lift it up. And well, I'm taping it down because I'm going to turn it over, but it will still stick to my magnetic plate here. So I just want it on. I just want it in place on my paper and not move on my paper. But if you didn't care, you wouldn't even have to tape it. Now we're going to put on our other sheet and run that through. So these are all the simple layered ways first. And then we'll go into a couple of others that I've seen. So that cut fairly well. Again, there's some that's not cut, so let's turn it again. It's kind of hard on my plate here because it's sticking to the metal. Okay. Now, as you see, there's paper sticking on my plastic plate. And so one of the next techniques I'm going to show you kind of solves that problem for us. So I think that is good. So this magnetic plate works about the same as that metal one that we just did. So again, get my foam here, rub on the back, get out as much as possible. Just tap it. I vacuumed the floor this morning, but I'm going to have to do it again because I'm going to have these tiny little papers everywhere. Okay, rub on the front side. So this isn't too bad. Normally, when I've been cutting this out, I would have to sit here for, good 10-15 minutes trying to run it through the machine, put in different layers of shimmies and all kinds of stuff. But see how delicate this is and how well it is cutting today? I will be using this, what do you call it? This layered way now on. And I can't get this out. Okay. We're stuck. So one of my next tips is supposed to help you not get stuck. So we're going to set this one aside because it is stuck. And we're going to try the next tip that I came across. And hope I layer this right. So I'm going to leave my magnetic platform in. Then I have my plastic, what is it? Shimmy sheet thing. And then I'm trying something different. Now, I've heard of these dryer sheets and they say to use new ones, but I want to try it with some used ones. And these still feel pretty stiff to me, so I'm hoping they will work. But I think it has something to do with the soap or whatever's in the dryer sheet, really. But I'm going to try this out. And we're going to use a different die cut. So if you have the new ones, they don't puff up and all that stuff like mine's doing. Okay, so this has two pieces to it, but it is one die cut. And I will have to figure out where these came from because they're not labeled, so I'm not sure which company they are. I will have to figure that out and put it in my notes. Now, okay, so I want to put my dryers. I got to think about this for a minute because I haven't actually done it yet. So I got to put my dryer sheets down. Ouch. And then my paper. hopefully this paper is big enough. Then my die cut. I'm just going to tape that on there. And I'm going to leave it, let's see. I can't remember. Yeah, I think that's the way. We'll try this. If it doesn't work, we'll know and we'll go the other way. Okay, I think this is how it's supposed to be. So, like I said, I haven't tried any of this. This is my first run through, and we're just going to see what's happening here. I'm doing it right. I hope it's not cutting my dryer sheets. That's because you're supposed to be able to use them over and over. So, I hope they didn't cut through. Don't look like they did. Okay. This one needs to be ran through again. Oh, it was taped down. Maybe it's okay. So, all of these pieces were actually supposed to stick to my dryer sheet. And they did not. But you know what? That's probably my fault because I'm not using new ones. So, I'll have to try it again with the new ones and see if it actually works better. But see, it did cut through there and all these pieces are coming out. And like I said, I'm making a big mess and we'll have to vacuum for you. Okay, so it's stuck to my magnetic sheet again. So I'm going to tap it. Okay, this one didn't work quite as well as the other ones. And it's going to take some time to get all that out. So, I'm not sure I like this way. But I'll have to try it with the new dryer sheet and see and let you know what I think. Because that is probably the key. Okay, that's just garbage, so we'll leave it in the garbage. And these are all stuck as well. Oh. Okay, let's see if we can convince it to come out. Okay. I have one more trick to show you if I can get it out. Okay, there we go. So, that's not too bad. They're coming out really easy. A lot better than in the past. I've sit here for hours and sat and poked everything out. And that is not fun. You don't want to sit and do that. You want to get on with whatever you're making. Not sit here all day trying to cut out your die cut. So, that went pretty quick. Alright. And then we have this one. Still not convinced it wants to come out. Let's see if I can... See, I'm being really rough here, and it's not tearing my paper. Except I might tear my paper just to get this one out, because I want to try the other technique with it. Oh, come on. There we go. Alright. And all the pieces are out, so there you go. Okay, let's try this with one more, and then we'll be good. So, move that out of the way. So I still have pretty much the same layout here. My magnetic board platform, my plastic shimmy, whatever. Then I need what do I need? I think I need some paper and tape this down, and it barely fits. It's not going to, but for demonstration purposes, it's fine. Tape that on there. Okay, we're going to turn it over this time, and actually, I think I need this first. So this is a grocery bag, and I just cut a piece off. So I'm going to put that under my paper first, and then put my paper. I think I'm doing this right. And then my other plastic shimmy here, plate, and we'll run that through and see what happens. I might be doing this wrong, but if it works, then we will see. Okay, well, it cut around there at least, but that's okay. I'm just gonna take this all out, turn it around, because my plate is warped. Let me see if I have, where did I put my other plates? Oh, I think I moved them out of the way. So this one is warped, and it's probably not helping matters here. Okay, so that is just not cutting real well. So let's turn it this way, and we take that plastic off. What we're going to see is if the plastic helps it come out easier once we get the pieces cut. So far, they're not cutting real well. I mean, it's going through there good, so see what I mean? This one is just a very difficult one. Put it on my foam. I mean, I guess you don't really need foam, but it just kind of gives it a little bounce, and then it helps a little more. So I can kind of see already this isn't really the best, but look at that, it popped right out, the plastic bag and everything. I am so amazed. I love that part of it. Now there is plastic stuck to my paper, so I'm just going to try to get it off there. There's the plastic. There's my die cut. Plastic sticking to me. And there's, it would have been easier to get the pieces out while it was still in there, but anyway. So I do like the plastic idea. It came right off this die cut, but it needed something else. It probably needed the steel sheet and whatever. So I'm going to have to play around some more, but those are just the tips I wanted to show you today and see if anything was helpful for you. And so go ahead and experiment yourself with your very intricate die cuts. Still got to get this one out of there and see what you come up with. So as always, please like, share, subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching, and I will talk with you later. Have a good day. Thanks. Bye.